Good morning and welcome back to Keto Living with Dale and Judith. Today's video is Dale's full day of low-carb eating while recovering from his liver transplant surgery. And like we've been doing recently, we're going to start with hot tea. And this morning, we're going to use this purple can. Let me show it to you. Here are the ingredients. And all the teas that I'm making for Dale, they're all decaffeinated. Breakfast is going to be bacon, egg, and cheese taco. Just one. I used to have two for breakfast. I'm going to use 1 keto almond flour tortilla. It has 4 grams of net carbs. Let me show it to you. This is a small corn-style type tortilla, meaning you need to warm it up to make it flexible. And I'm going to do that on the skillet with 1 tablespoon of butter. I'm going to scramble 3 eggs. I'm going to do that with another tablespoon of butter, and the eggs are going to be 1.7 grams of net carbs. Some of those eggs I'll put on the taco, and what's left I'll put in this dish. I've already measured out 3 ounces of cheddar cheese. That's 2.9 grams of net carbs, but if you want a lower carb cheese, use something like Monterey Jack. There's less carbs per ounce. I'm going to sprinkle some on the taco and then the rest on top of the eggs. I'm also going to use 4 slices of uncured, no sugar bacon that's already been cooked, and I've chopped it up in the food processor, and I keep it in the freezer. I'm going to put some on the taco and the rest on top of the eggs. Then I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of salsa. This is the brand that we're using. The bacon doesn't have any carbs, and 1 tablespoon of salsa will have 1 gram of net carbs, but make sure your salsa doesn't have any added sugar, coconut syrup, honey, corn, beans, fruit. Read the labels. The hot water's ready, so let's make the tea and bring it into Dale before I start cooking. This morning his blood pressure was kind of low, so he had to call the on-call team and ask what to do. If his blood pressure is below 100 or the bottom number's below 60, he has to call. It's in the high 90s, so we'll see what they want. One of his medicines, one of his anti-rejection medicines, can act like a blood pressure medicine, and it can cause low blood pressure. Okay, let's make the tea. Ooh, more recovery tea. Thank you. So the doctor said that overnight I had some issues that caused some dehydration. So check again in an hour. Then we're going to watch it, and if it goes up after an hour, drink some stuff, and we'll see if that helps. Seems okay. They weren't too worried about it, but we'll keep our eye on it. So the doctor's not too concerned. We'll just keep our eye on it. And breakfast is going to be 9.5 grams of net carbs because I've noticed that his blood sugar before lunch tends to be close to 150. So I'm going to try lowering the net carbs for breakfast. See if changing them. I'm not sure what his blood sugar is this morning. He didn't tell me. I'll ask him. Okay, let's get to cooking the eggs. Ooh, what do we have? Breakfast taco, yay. I just got back from a long walk while Dale was with the occupational therapist. They work on things like bathing, dressing, cooking, going back to work, those kind of things. Lunch is going to be 13.5 grams of net carbs. Breakfast was 9.5, and his blood sugar is better. It's not near 150. It's 135. So lessening the carbs for breakfast was definitely the right idea. Lunch is going to be ham and cheese crackers with keto chips, double holy guacamole with whipped cream and grape gelatine. Let me show you. I made the homemade keto whipped cream, 1.8 grams of net carbs. Any recipes that I make in these videos, if I have a video of that, the link will be in the description. And I'm serving it with 1 high-protein grape gelatine. Here's the package. 2 grams of net carbs. Learned about this in the hospital. You can order them either through Amazon or Walmart. And they come directly from the company, so it's the same price for both sources. It's not cheap, though. It doesn't need to be refrigerated, so it's shelf stable. And then when you get it, you put it in the fridge because it's best cold. So this one has 2 grams of net carbs, but the orange has 0.4. They also come in lime and fruit punch, but Dale doesn't like those flavors. Those are the 4 sugar-free flavors. All the other flavors are not sugar-free. ICU nutritionist told me about this, but everybody else at the hospital after that, they didn't realize there was a difference between the different flavors. There's some that have 20 grams of net carbs, and then there's the sugar-free. So be careful if you decide to buy, and Dale really enjoys it. He's going to have 12 keto crackers, 1.4 grams of net carbs, and they don't make these anymore. You might be able to still find them online. But if you order them to be shipped to your home, they're going to come with a lot of broken pieces. I have a video on making my own crackers, and when I run out of these, I'm going to have to start making my own soon. Before his low-carb days, Dale loved to bring Lunchables to work for lunch. So this is our keto version. He's going to have 1 ounce of cheese, and he really enjoys this Havarti. 1 ounce is 0.3 grams of net carbs. And I buy this in bulk. 1 ounce of no sugar uncured ham. And this is what we're using. I've only found 2. The Applegate and a brand called, the Applegate I special order from my local co-op, and another brand, North Country Smokehouse. I found them online. They have a delicious ham. I really prefer that brand, but it's easier just to order through my co-op. But the other one will come through the mail. I've just found those 2. And I keep it frozen. I'm going to give him 1 serving of homemade keto chips, 4 grams of net carbs, and I use these keto tortillas. I cut them into strips or into triangles, and I fry them in coconut oil. And Dale used to eat 2 servings, but he can't handle that many carbs now. And they are shelf stable. I've left them on the shelf for 2 weeks. I'm going to serve the chips with 2 servings, 2 packages of mini holy guacamole. 2 grams of net carbs each package, so that's going to be 4 grams of net carbs in the guacamole. And what else? I think that's all. That's going to be his lunch. So let's go ahead and bring it to Dale. I am starving. Ooh, let's see. Whipped cream, ham and cheese, and my delicious dessert. Time for dinner, but first let's discuss Dale's evening snack. He's going to have yogurt again. It's 8 grams of net carbs. He's going to have it with 1 ounce of raspberries that have been pureed and frozen. 1.5 grams of net carbs. I put that in there, I think about lunchtime, and it'll thaw and Dale will stir it in. So that's 9.5 grams of net carbs. That's his evening snack. And for dinner, every Tuesday means tacos. He used to have 3 tacos, but he can't handle that anymore, so he's going to have 1 and a taco salad on the side that doesn't have a shell. 1 tortilla is 4 grams of net carbs. This is what we use. Let me show you a piece that broke off. I don't know if you can tell, but they're kind of brittle. They're brittle like a corn tortilla, but they're made with almond flour. And we're going to fry it in coconut oil. That's warming up right now. Going to serve it with 1 mini holy guacamole, 2 grams of net carbs. 1 serving of keto taco meat, 1.6 grams of net carbs. And I have those stocked and ready to go in the freezer. We'll just warm it up in the microwave. Mexican, Tex-Mex, that's Dale's favorite cuisine. I'm going to serve it with 3 ounces of cheddar cheese, 2.9 grams of net carbs. And 45 grams of lettuce that we harvested this morning. 0.7 grams of net carbs, and it's the perfect amount. This morning we used 45 grams, and I had exactly 45 grams left. I didn't plan it that way. Okay, let's warm up the taco meat and fry the tortilla. I forgot to mention half of a tablespoon of the dressing is 0.3 grams of net carbs. And Walmart's coming. I ordered a few more flavors. Dinner is 11.4 grams of net carbs. Altogether for today, Dell will have eaten 43.9 grams of net carbs. That's Dell's full day of eating. Thank you for visiting Keto Living with Dale and Judith. See you later. Bye-bye. Ooh, what's for dinner? Ooh, nachos and taco. Can't go wrong with that.